Hello and welcome to the ninth and last tutorial in this series of tutorials on the mission editor in ARMA 2. In this tutorial we are going to make a small mission using all the various edit modes and all the things we've learned, hopefully. And I'm thinking kind of like a rescue mission, and I found this enemy camp in the town of Gamsa on Turkestan. Of course, if you don't have Operation Arrowhead, you can use just Generous or Utas or whatever. But the base is right here. So what we'll do is that we'll have, a friendly unit who's been captured, and we'll have to rescue him, then get to an extraction point, and then be extracted by helicopter. And we'll start probably somewhere down here in Temerkale, and we'll have an allied group here as well, which we'll team up with. And then once we've teamed up with them, we'll move together as two groups down to the base, and then we'll storm the base and get the unit out, get to the extraction point, and then get the hell out of there. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to go to units or F1 and then double click right between these two buildings. Then change the faction to US, or if you only got Arma 2, just USMC, but I prefer the US Army. Then man and rifleman, and have him face like south. Okay. We don't want this to be the player, but since this is the first unit we placed, it'll automatically assign it as player. So let's actually just place a player just to get rid of that red ring. So go to Temerkale, and around here place the player unit, so double click and set the control to player and OK, and then let's leave him for now. Then go back to this base and double click on this unit again, because right now he's just a regular unit, so enemies will open fire upon him, and we don't want that. So we're going to use a little bit of scripting. So we're going to type this space set captive, and again, when you get the tip, you can simply press tab to complete it, and then space and then true. And so this space set captive space true, and then place a semicolon, because we need another command. Whoops, that was not a semicolon, because we need another command. I like to put a small space right after the semicolon, just to make it look nice. You don't have to do that. And then we're going to type remove all weapons, and as soon as you've typed remove, you get a tip again, and you can just press tab to autocomplete, and then space this. So remove all weapons, space this, and then we want to put another semicolon, and then if you like a space, and then we're going to type this space disable AI in one word, and this command will disable a specific part of the AI. In this case, we want to prevent him from moving, because even though he's set as a captured unit, he will still flee if he sees enemy units, and we don't want that. So this disable unit, this disable AI, then space again, and then quotes, and then type move, and then quotes. So this space disable AI space quotes move and quotes. And this scripting language is not case sensitive, so as long as you've got the spelling correct, that should be no problem. And this is all we need for this unit. So once you've filled this in, click OK, and then we probably want a guard or two next to him. So make sure units is selected, and then double click next to him, and change the site to up 4, faction Russia, class men, and then just a rifleman, and click OK. And then make sure he's selected, and then hover the mouse over him and press Ctrl C, move the cursor to the other side, and press Ctrl V to paste him. We probably don't want him to stand inside a bush, so we're just gonna place all these units a bit closer, like so. So now we've got the captured unit and a few guards. And then we probably want to make this base come just a little bit to life. So we want to create a group to patrol. So click groups and double click in one end of the camp. Double click and then change the site to op4, faction Russia, type infantry, and change the name to infantry section. And set the azimuth to 90 degrees, like so, just so they are facing east, and click OK. And click units so we can move them. Draw a rectangle around them so we can move them all, and then like so. Perhaps enable textures, at least for me it makes it easier, so either click the textures button or the shortcut T. Even though it says Control T, T is enough. And then we want this group to patrol, so we want them to move forth and back. So select the leader of that group and then go to waypoints and then double click somewhere right in front of, like so, and make a move waypoint. Set the combat mode to hold fire, the formation to stagger column, set the speed to limited, and the behavior to safe. So they'll just walk forth and back casually. Click OK, and then the other waypoint at the other end of the base or the camp, double click, and also just a waypoint. So the unit, when the mission starts, will walk here and then to here, but we want them to continue to move forth and back, so we're going to place a cycle waypoint near the first waypoint. So double click down here next to the first waypoint, change the type to cycle, and click OK. So now they'll just continue to go forth and back between these two waypoints forever, until of course they encounter an enemy. And perhaps we want to place some empty vehicles and stuff just to make it a bit more real. So go it's a units and then insert unit, double click on the map, and then choose the site empty, and cars, and maybe a UAC, Russia, and click OK, and then maybe place it next to the road, rotate it, Control C, Control V, maybe rotate it a bit differently so it doesn't look so it doesn't look the same. Okay, so this is pretty much the base, and I'm just gonna save, so if some things should happen I don't have to recreate the whole thing again. Just gonna call it YouTube Rescue Mission, and just use a mission and click OK. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the player and give him a few units in his group. So make sure units is selected, and then double click next to the player and change the site to blue 4, US, men, and then rifleman, and OK, and double click again and click OK, and double click again and OK, until we have 4 or 5 units. 5 units, that's okay. And then we probably want to give them some kind of vehicle, so double click on the road right here and go to empty, go to cars, and then there should be some kind of utility truck. That's Russia. I think it's a MTVR right here, US, and click OK. Perhaps rotate it, move it, and then I talked about a group that we wanted up here, which the player would then team up with. So we're gonna just create that group. So right in the middle of Gamsa and Gamarud, zoom in. There's a open spot right here where we can create an empty vehicle. So while units is selected, double click the map, empty, cars, MTVR, click OK. Then rotate it, move it a bit closer to the road, and then we want to create the group. And let's just create it manually. So double click on the road, next to the road, change to blue 4, US, men, rifleman, make them face north, click OK, Click 4 or 5 times, perhaps more. So okay, that's okay. We've got 6 in each group, so that's fine. And then we want them to just patrol forth and back while waiting for the player. So to do that, we select the leader and then click waypoints, and then place a waypoint right in the middle of the road. This is going to be the starting point for the patrol. And then a move waypoint, and then set the combat mode to hold fire, the formation to a compact column, the speed to limited, and the behavior to safe, and click OK. And then we need to define the point, the end point of the patrol, which is just right about here. So double click there, assemble move waypoint, and click OK. And then, just like the enemies in the base, we want them to repeat these 2 waypoints forever. So double click right next to the first waypoint and make a cycle waypoint, and click OK. So now this group will just continue to go forth and back. And then we want to inform the player that he should move to that group and kind of rendezvous. So select the player unit and make sure waypoints are selected. Double click the vehicle and tell him to get in and click OK. And then put a waypoint right up here by the group, perhaps right before here, and move waypoint, perhaps change the combat mode to hold fire, doesn't matter, normal speed, and safe behavior. Okay. So now the player will move up to this group, and this group will just continue to patrol forever. So what we want to happen next is that when the player gets here, this group breaks the cycle and gets into the vehicle, and then when they're both ready, they'll go to the enemy base or camp or whatever. So the way we're going to do that is by creating a switch trigger. And a switch trigger breaks waypoints like cycle and wait and hold and guard and whatever, etc. So click triggers and then double click around here and just make it 25 on both axes, and then change the type to a switch and click OK. And then we want to group this trigger to the player, so it's the player that activates the trigger. So go to groups, and then from the trigger drag a line all the way down to the player, right there, and then go back up here, and then we want that trigger to break the cycle and continue with the next waypoint. But first, we're just going to give some more waypoints to this group. So click the group leader or one of his waypoints, like the cycle, and go to waypoints and double click on the vehicle and make it a get in. And then like 50 meters ahead, set a move waypoint. This is fine. Okay, so now when the player gets here, so when this trigger has been activated, we want them to break the cycle and continue with a get in waypoint. To do that, we use the synchronize tool. So click synchronize, and then we synchronize the trigger, the switch trigger, to the cycle waypoint, and this will make it break out of the cycle and continue on with the next waypoint when this trigger activates. And then we want to give the player another waypoint, so click the player's waypoint, go to waypoints, and then click up here, double click next to this waypoint and make it a move waypoint. Because when the player gets here, then it's going to take a while for these guys to get into the vehicle, so we kind of want them to wait for each other here. So we're going to synchronize these 2 waypoints. So go to synchronize and then just drag a line between these 2. Okay, so then when both units are ready, then we want them to move to the base, get out and attack, or whatever. So go back to waypoints, click one of the waypoints, like the AI groups waypoint, this one, and then move down here closer to the base, like on this open field, and double click and make a get out waypoint. And for the player as well, so click one of his waypoints, like this one, and make another get out waypoint here. Alright. And then we also want to synchronize these two, so they will wait for each other after getting out before moving on. Synchronize those two. And then we want them to move closer to the base. So click the AI groups waypoint, and then make a waypoint here, and make it a make the formation column compact, make the speed full, and make the behavior aware. No, actually just set the speed to normal, that's fine. Click OK, and pretty much the same for the player. Move fire, column compact, normal speed, aware. And then again synchronize these two waypoints. And then when they get close enough to the base, we don't really want them to get spotted, so we want them to go into stealth mode. So click waypoints and select the AI groups waypoint, and then right outside the base, like here, make it just normal speed, and then stealth, and still column compact, or just leave it on no change since the last waypoint was also column compact. And the combat mode to, well, that's still hold fire, so let's just leave that. Okay, click OK, and for the player we want him to move to the entrance. So double click when you've selected the player's waypoint, double click near the entrance, probably right here, and behavior stealth, speed normal, information column compact. The reason I put him here instead of here is because this is just a regular fence, so the enemies will spot him through, so we want them to wait right before. And then for the AI group, select that waypoint, and then we want them to destroy this unit. So destroy, click OK, and that's pretty much it. Then perhaps, oh, that's fine for now. Then the player group, so click that waypoint, and then double click the captured unit and make this a join and lead waypoint. Set the speed to normal, formation line, the behavior to combat, open fire, engage at will. And also for the AI groups destroy waypoint, we also want them to open fire and stuff like that. So open fire, engage at will, line formation, full speed, just storm them, and combat behavior. Okay, so now this should actually work pretty good. There's one thing though we need to change, because we want this unit to get out of the base with us. So we have a problem because we enabled his movement. So we need to enable his movement again once he's joined. So to do that, double click the hold down shift and then double click the rifleman, and then whoops, see, this was the wrong mode, so click cancel and then select units, and then hold down shift and double click the rifleman, and then give him a name. Just call him the captured, and again the language is case insensitive, or not case sensitive, whatever. So just make sure you've got the spelling right, and then just use this exact name when we type the script out. I click OK. Then double click on the join and lead waypoint. And then in the on activation field, type the captured enable AI and then move. So the captured space enable AI space quotes move quotes, and that's pretty much it. And click OK. So then when we've joined him, he should be able to move again. And then after that, we want to place another waypoint. So click waypoints, and then down here in this open area, double click and make a move waypoint, and in the description type get to the extraction point, something like that. Full speed, aware behavior, yeah, just staggered column, whatever. Click OK. And the AI group as well, once that they've destroyed this group, we also want them to get to the extraction point. So select one of their waypoints and double click down here and the extraction point, or the extraction site, whatever. Move, staggered column, full speed, aware, that's fine. Click OK. And then go to markers, double click here somewhere on the extraction area, and just type ESET for extraction zone, and type in the text box, text box, type extraction point, just extraction, that's fine. And then find a fitting icon. That could be the pickup icon. Yeah, just this pickup icon, and perhaps make it orange and click OK. Perfect. And that's fine. And well, that's pretty much it for now. Let's test this and see how it works. But first, go to units and then select the player and the vehicle down here, and then then move them up here so we don't have to drive that far to test, like so. And I'm just going to save, so you can either click the button or just Control S and click OK and preview. Let's see how this works out. So the first waypoint is to get in.
All move 50 meters. 1 o'clock.
Copy.
So just
Standing by.
Actually, I'm just going to jump out and let one of the AIs drive.
All get in that truck.
Roger.
I'm going to get in the back.
Waiting. Standing by.
Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm just going to talk a bit louder.
Standing by.
Okay, so they're in now. I'm going to order them to go to the next waypoint. So I'm just going to select all the units and press 1 and then 9, which is the next waypoint command.
All move to house. 10 o'clock.
On the way.
Fast forward just a bit. And once they get there, the other unit should get into that truck, and we should get to the next waypoint. And I'm just going to order them to go to
all
that waypoint.
move to tree. 12 o'clock.
Copy.
Actually,
all
just wait
stop.
And see
Roger.
well, if they actually get in, and it does seem like they do. Yes, so
all
we're going to
move
to the next
100
waypoint.
meters. 12 o'clock.
Understood.
And fast forward. And now, oh shit.
Standing by.
All move half a click. 12 o'clock.
Oscar Mike.
Now we'll move to the next waypoint, which is the get out waypoint. So, see, it's a good idea to synchronize them because the other unit just got far behind.
Standing by.
Move to bush. 12 o'clock.
Copy.
Move forward just a bit.
2. Halt. All. Dismount.
Roger. Roger. Waiting.
And as you can see, because we've synchronized it, this turns into
Ready.
a waypoint.
Standing by.
And we're just gonna wait for
Standing
that.
by.
Like,
Ready.
I'm just gonna fast forward. Hopefully they haven't fucked up too much. Oh, there they are. Okay, so it seems like I forgot to change their the speed to normal, so they just go limited, which is really slow. Okay, so now we get the new waypoint, which is to move, and the other group is already moving, so let's move
All.
as well.
Move to tree. 2 o'clock.
Solid copy.
And again, I just issued the move to waypoint, move to next waypoint command.
All. Hold fire.
And once we get there, the AI group should go into stealth mode.
Men.
Hello.
Hello.
What's the weather forecast?
They say it'll stay like this for a while.
Ready.
All. Stay crouched. All. Stealth. Hello.
I'm busy.
6 o'clock.
All. Move to house. 2 o'clock.
Roger.
All. Stay crouched.
And then once we get there, we're gonna wait for that other AI group to open fire. And then hopefully we can move in. So now we've got the John and Lee waypoint. I'm just gonna fast forward.
Enemy machine gunner front 50 meters. Target eliminated.
They're going through the
Stay alert.
freaking wall.
10 o'clock. Enemy missile soldier. Medium range.
Taking fire.
All. Danger. 2, 3, 4, 6. Give him hell.
5 is down.
11 o'clock. Enemy man. Medium range. Under fire.
I hit his weapon.
I've got him.
Moving out.
He's down. All. Engage.
Waiting. Move.
Under fire.
Gonna take the chance and just run to them.
5. Follow. 1.
Enemy
See
man
the
12 o'clock.
disabled
100
move
meters.
as well.
Ready. I've got him.
So now we just want to move to the extraction point, which, as you can see, we've also got the waypoint for.
All. Move to house. 10 o'clock. 5. Stand up. 2, 3, 4, 6. Stay alert.
Come on, move it.
Area clear.
No shit.
Help us.
I will only tell you my name, rank, and serial number.
Oh yeah, we should probably make him not captive after we've you know, rescued him, which will also make enemies fire upon him. But he'll stop, you know, saying stuff like that. And fast forward. And hopefully the other group will arrive as well. If not, we probably forgot to set the behavior or the speed or something like that. But at least our group got to the extraction point, so far
Hello.
so good.
Hello.
What's the weather forecast?
They say it'll stay like this for a while.
So let's go back and correct some of these bugs. So the first thing is to make the unit not captured. So double click the join and lead waypoint, and then after this scripting statement put a semicolon and a space if you like, and then the captured space set captive and space false. So the captured space set captive space false, and OK. And let's see what's going on with the AI group. So they will destroy this unit, and once they've cleared the area, what is this? Oh, that's the enemies. Oh, we didn't make another point. That's why they didn't move, I guess. Yeah. I put the move waypoint on the enemy group, so that's why. So I'm just going to delete that. So if you followed me correctly and you made the same mistake, then delete that waypoint, the move waypoint down here, and then click the destroy waypoint again, and then waypoints, and double click by extraction zone again. Staggered column, full speed, aware. It still takes that. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, so delete it again, and then just click the leader of the group, and then try to set a waypoint down here. Staggered column, full speed, aware. Okay, there we go. Fine. Okay, so this should work. We just want the vehicle as well to move faster. So for the get out waypoint for the AI group waypoints, and then double click the get out and change the speed to normal and the behavior to aware. And this is all fine and okay. And also for the combat, oh, that's okay. And I just realized that I'm running out of disk space again, so I'm gonna continue in another part, so there will be a 10th part, but see you in the next one hopefully. Bye.